guys, a few videos back I mentioned I was going to be doing a project, and today I'm going to do that project. Carnival season is right around the corner, and everyone knows what's at carnivals, right? Carnival games. So you guys know we like playing carnival games, but we are always so bad at two particular carnival games. Bottle Up and Bank-A-Ball. We always do so terrible at these games, so I'm going to be making both of them. With Bottle Up, I'll overlay some footage so you guys know what I'm talking about for each of these games, but with Bottle Up what you do is you basically have to stand up a bottle that's laying down. So you have a stick, well it's not a stick, it's a dowel, and it has a string on it, and at the end of the string there is a ring. Get the ring around the bottle, stand it up, you win the biggest prize at the whole carnival because Bottle Up has the biggest prizes. Always, always, everyone knows it has the biggest prizes. It's just so hard to win. The second game I'm going to try to make, I say try to make because I don't know if I can make it or not, but it's Bank-A-Ball. It seems really easy to make, but I don't know, we'll figure it out soon enough. With Bank-A-Ball, you get a wiffle ball, you throw it at the board. Well, you don't really want to throw it, it's more like a toss. You want to get it at the board, make it bounce off the board and into a basket that's below the board. The basket's always like in a bad spot though, it's always just a little bit too far back. But anyway, those are the two games I'm going to make. Hopefully after I make them, we can both get really good at these games and then always win when we go to the carnivals. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're going to find out. I'm going to start off with the bottle game because I actually found instructions on how to make it online, which is awesome. It has like the setup, the measurements, it has everything that you need to know. So this should be an easy one to make. So I should probably show the supplies before I start cutting everything. I have two 2x4s right here. I don't think that will be enough. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get another 2x4 because I was thinking that one of these would be enough for Bank-A-Ball, but I'm not sure if that's going to be true because I want Bank-A-Ball to be as realistic as possible, and when I looked at the pictures online, they're kind of tall actually, so if I even cut that one in half, it wouldn't be tall enough, so I'm probably going to have to get another one of those. I have the dowel for the stick for Bottle Up, got some wiffle balls on there, a ring, an eyelet for so the cord can be attached to it. This right here is going to be the base for where the bottle will actually lay on. I'm gonna have to cut that into like the hexagon shape that it has. And then I got the board for Bank-A-Ball. This one is really thick. I think it's birch wood or something like that. I made sure to get a thick one because like how I was thinking in my head, I was like, okay, so the thicker it is, the more harder it's going to be and the more bounce it will have. So if anything, this one will be harder than Bank-A-Ball. I didn't want to get one that was too thin because I was thinking maybe it would dampen it somehow, or maybe even the thick one would dampen it. I'm not sure, but that's why I got the thick one, because when I was looking at pictures online again, I noticed that they were really thick pieces of wood. So hopefully this one will make it harder for me, and if I can get really good at this one, I'll be really good at the carnival one. Alright, I have the first part of Bottle Up finished. It's all screwed together, it's all cut out looking okay. I mean, it gets the job done. The screws are all wickety whack, but that's because I'm not a carpenter, but I think it looks okay. It's gonna get the job done. So this is the part that's keeps you from going into the play area. It's like a boundary basically. It's nope, you can't go past there. So the game itself would be right here in this area, but I can use this for Bottle Up and for Bank-A-Ball because they both have something similar. So it's kind of cool that I'm making both these games at the same time. It's gonna save me on some parts. I'm getting somewhere now. Look at this. I got a base for where the bottle's going to be on. So now I have to get that over there and make a hexagon shape. It's probably going to be really hard. I'm probably going to make it look more like a circle, or I don't even know what it's going to look like. It might just be a square by the time I'm finished. So this is actually going to be a lot easier than I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, this is going to be so hard. I guess I got a little overwhelmed. But basically all I got to do is cut out a square out of one of these corners, and then I can just make the diagonal cuts afterward, and that'll be super easy. So it needs to be 11 inches in one side. So what I'll do is I'll just make a mark here at 11, and then I'll make another mark up here at 11. And once I get it all squared out, once I get this done, I'm gonna cut it out, and then I can just make the diagonal cuts, and it's gonna be super easy. And there we go, we got a stop sign. I mean, it's kind of rough on this side, but we're not gonna look at that side. This side looks nice, and it's nice and smooth. The edges aren't the straightest, even, but it's gonna work. I'm almost finished with Bottle Up now. I have the platform, I have the base, I have this thing, I don't know what to call it. Now all I have to do is work on the pole and the string. I have to find that string, I don't know where it's at. So here are all the supplies I'm gonna need to make the pole. I have the dowel, which is a 1/2 inch in diameter. It was actually 48 inches long, and I had to cut it. You can see I have a mark right there. So now it's 36 inches long. I have the cord I'm gonna use. I'm not sure if this is the right cord to use because this one's kind of stiff, but I got it because it was stiff. If you've ever played the game at a carnival, you know that their cords are old. You know, they use them over and over, so they get dirty, they get wet, so they get stiff. So I got this one because it was stiff, just for that purpose. I have a ring, and I have the screw eyes. I'm only gonna need one of these just to screw out one of the ends. The rings, you can actually buy them on Amazon, surprisingly. So the screw eye is actually going in very easy. I wasn't expecting it to be so easy. Like, I'm just twisting the pole itself, and it's like, look at that, already in there. That went so fast. I went ahead and measured out 58 inches of the cord. I don't know if that's long enough or not, but we'll find out. I can always measure it out again and use more. But now I'm just gonna tie it on to the screw eye up here, and then I'm gonna tie it onto the ring itself, and then I'll be finished. Now my pole's complete. So I got the ring tied onto the string. Right there, you can see it, and it's all done. I just realized I'm missing the most important thing, the bottle. It's bottled up, and I have no bottles. Check it out, guys. I bought my first beers ever. And as you notice, they're in the sink because I'm not gonna drink them. I'm just gonna pour them out. It's kind of funny though, because you have to buy 6-packs to get bottles. I mean, like, what is that? It makes me look like I'm an alcoholic when I was up there paying for them. So I actually got 2 different bottles. I got this one, which is actually a Bud Light, because if you see up here, it has this lip up here, right? And then I got the Corona one because it has the same thing, but these are the 2 most common bottle types that you'll see at the bottle up. You never see like the short ones like, I think you can get root beer in like bottles as well, but you don't see those kind of bottles. And like Heineken, I think, has like a really tiny bottle. So it's always one of these 2 bottles. So I'm all finished with the bottle up. It's ready to go. I made one modification to this thing right here. I put a hole there so that the dowel just goes like right in there. It comes right out. So it's like easy storage, and I don't have to worry about it falling over and getting broken or whatever. I did have to make a doorstop though, because I forgot to buy one. So I made it out of some of the leftover wood. And this is gonna go under the base, under that like box down there in the back, because the game is always at an angle. So I'm gonna have to like play around with it until I get an angle that I think is really hard to win on, because then if I can win on the hard one, then I should be able to win on the easy one. So now I can actually start practicing. Alright, so I'm gonna give it one try real fast to see if I can do anything here. So first I gotta get the ring around the bottle. You might notice that there's a towel down there. I put the towel down there below the bottle because I played once and it fell down on the concrete and it was super duper loud. So hopefully if it falls, it will fall on the towel and it won't be so loud. So I got it. Now I just have to lean. You really have to lean. They really lean when they do it. So I gotta lean. Gosh, maybe not that much lean. All right, now it's time to do bank a ball. I had to get 2 more 2x4s because that took all the other 2x4s. I actually put a piece right there to give it more stability because it was kind of wobbly when I moved it. But yeah, back to bank a ball. I already got this set up. I'm gonna cut it right down the middle so that it's 2 feet right here. And I believe it's 2 feet this way as well. I didn't measure it, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 feet that way as well. And for the 2x4s, I'm gonna cut those so they're 5 feet tall. So like there's a line right there, that's 4 foot, because I was thinking about making it 4 foot, but I was like, no, that's too short. So I'm actually gonna cut like right around there so it's 5 foot and 5 foot. And then I'm gonna put this right on it. This is gonna be really easy to make. It's like 1, 2, 3 cuts and then like 6 screws or something like that, and I'll be done. And I'm gonna use the wall as a support. So like you see how that one's leaning on the wall, that's how it's gonna be when I'm finished. It's just gonna be shorter. It's gonna be sitting on the wall, so I don't have to make any like back supports or anything. This is gonna be super easy. And just like that, bank a ball is ready to go. It's ready to bank some balls. Only thing it needs down here is a basket. I'll find a basket eventually. So the one thing I have to figure out is the angle that it has to be leaning against the wall. Like right now it looks very steep. I don't know if that's too steep or not. I guess when we play over and over, we'll figure out, oh man, this is way too hard, or whoa, this is way too easy. So what I'm gonna do now is we'll get Crystal to come play it to see if it's hard enough. I have my test subject over here testing it. How's it going?
It's really hard.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. I haven't tried it yet, but I know it's not easy. Oh, that was so close. So I think the angle's pretty good, right?
I think so.
I don't think it's too steep, and I don't think it's laying down too much. Ooh, man. So right now she's actually really close to it because we want to like try to practice really close and then slowly get further back. You almost made it. So when I was looking up online how to beat this game, there's actually like 2 techniques that work. The one is to throw it high up, like up there, and bounce it off the board. And another one is to like lob it so it goes up, and then when it's coming down, hit low on the board. Oh my gosh, that was close. So Crystal's going for the high method. I think the high method is probably easier because it's something that you can do.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, if you lob it up, you... Oh, man, you almost made it. Hey, what if it bounces on the ground and then goes in? Does that count? Maybe it'll count here, but it won't count at the carnival. Yeah, so she's gonna be playing this all night, I'm sure. I'm gonna practice on this bottle one the most though, because that's the one I want to try to get good at. I want to try to get good at this one as well. Oh man, doesn't count. You hit the wall. That one doesn't count. Now the test subject is trying bottle up. She already has the ring on the bottle. Can she lean with it to win it? Oh, the circle. Oh man, you almost had that. So we actually put another towel down because it was like falling everywhere and making really loud noise. And I was like, no, that's not good.
This is hard.
Can the test subject get it on the second try? I don't know.
I can't even.
Can she make it on the?
there.
Can she make it on the bottle? All right, you got it on the bottle. All right, let's see. Right there on the lip. Now she just has to lean with it. Lean, lean, lean.
Oh my
Yes.
I really felt like I was about to get it there.
It's more of a lean effort. Every time you watch the videos of people doing it, they actually lean with it, and they don't use their arm. They like lean with their arm in. I mean, they say it, lean with it, win it, but I never win it when I lean.
I know.
Apparently, I don't lean enough. Maybe you can lean with it, Chris.
Okay, there we go.
I don't think we're gonna win it like today because it's gonna take some practice for sure. Alright guys, so I'm gonna end the video here. As long as we practice on these games, I know we will get better. Crystal is already getting so good at bottle up. She won it like 7 times in like 30 minutes. I mean, that's how long we were practicing, so it wasn't really like we were trying to win within so much time. But Crystal is getting really good. I'm pretty good at bank a ball, but nowhere near as good as Crystal is at bottle up. So yeah, it's gonna be so worth it whenever we go to the carnival and the workers are like, what in the world? They won in like 1 or 2 plays. So it's gonna be so worth it. I can't wait for that to happen. But yeah guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned how to make it as well. Thanks for watching everyone. Bye!